Well, hey guys, this is DK Spencer, and this is my PepperBall TRP. So, for any of you guys that are not familiar with my channel, please check it out. I got about 1,600 videos on less lethal, and a lot of different toys that I've played with over the last couple of years. I bought this one and just to kind of check it out. So when I got it out of the box, it was 28 joules on the first shot. It was finishing the last shot on 13 joules. And I thought that was interesting since the last FSC I built for somebody, which that one was tuned to start at 37 and it still finished at 15. So it was still, even though it was starting way higher than this, it still had enough CO2 left and was finishing better than this one. 10 joules less to start with on this one. Because, like I say all the time, you got a finite amount of CO2. You shoot it all in the first shot, you run down, blah, blah, blah. So this one's starting weaker and finishing weaker. So, interesting. I kind of expected the FSC, obviously, because I'd modified it to start stronger, but I expected this one to finish stronger, I guess is what I'm getting at. So anyway, I don't like to leave anything stock. So what I did was I took this thing all apart. Now, I did a video, and I'm an idiot with the camera sometimes. You guys should see how many outtakes I would have if I did them. But anyway, I'm going to splice in the video I just did shooting this. I was going to do a short and just do a power tune short. And I forgot what I was doing and flipped the camera halfway through the video. So half of it's one way, half of it's the other. I'm going to cut off this part of that video and, whatever. So this, and I did a video of me taking it apart and stuff, but I'm probably going to redo that, and do one that's just much smoother because I was kind of learning it as I went and everything. Bottom line, you got to heat up this tube at the base to get it to unscrew from the copper piece. There's anybody that's going to try to do this before I do it, or before I do a video on it. There's an O-ring under the tube right where it meets the copper piece. You'll probably mess that up if you get it hot enough to, get the Loctite to release. So, I think a 019 replaces it. It's pretty standard size. It's not hard to find one to replace it if you've got a couple of O-ring kits. So anyway, then you have to take a moderately wide flathead. It's kind of it's pretty big, but and unscrew your CO2, the thing that retains your CO2 piercing mechanism, and take that out. Then there is a screw underneath there that has a hole all the way through it, which threads directly into your regulator. My piece of advice: there's also an O-ring on the back of that screw. You might actually mess that one up too with heat. I replaced both of those O-rings after using the heat on it. You do not have a CO2 seal that you have to worry about because this is a closed system since it's a quick pierce. So really the bottle doesn't have to seal against anything. Your seal is your cap. Unlike the ones that screw in, it would leak around the screw. So anywho, the big thing I want you to take away from this is if you do this, Teflon tape to the screw with the hole in it that goes into the regulator. That was what was getting me. That I kept getting a leak. It was leaking right at the base of the copper. I thought it was the O-ring that goes around the screw with the hole that screws in here. It was actually leaking where it screwed into the regulator, and I put some Teflon tape around it and got that cleared right up. All right, so while I had this apart, I put Wixon Detents in the barrel. I put a Milsig Oring in it, and I put a Merciless Lethal Chamber Cap. Be careful when you take it apart. This little indicator guy here, I believe there's obviously a spring on the back of that or in there as well, and apparently I lost it, so now I have to manually push my indicator back in, which that's a good way to kind of know if it's out anyway. If you're pushing it, you can feel the difference or whatever. I don't like the way they did that, putting the red on it. They should have put the red, like they should have left it like black or silver on top and just had the part that comes out to be red. So you only see red if it's charged, but whatever. So anyway, be careful with that. That little thing is real tiny. There's an O-ring. I'm happy to report that, yes, the carbine kit should work perfectly on these. It's basically just like a FSC when you take this off. So it even already has an O-ring in place. So yeah, like I could make a TRP carbine in 10 minutes right now. So I put the Merciless Lethal Chamber Cap in there. Again, Hope Grip, Milsig Oring, Wixon Detents. I put Wixon Followers in both of my magazines. This one has a silver spring, and the other one has a red spring, obviously for BK Kinetics, that this thing shoots perfectly fine, actually. That is one really cool thing about it. But anyway, here you go. Check it out. Let's see what the numbers are. Let's see here. Indicator's up, so that's still working. 288. 37 joules. So 270, 33, 250 is 28, 212 is 20, 196 is 17. And I see that the next one is not fit all the way. Okay. Huh. 206. So 19. What did I say about the other ones? So now we're starting at 37, finishing at 19, versus starting at 28 and finishing at 13. Wow.